This video is covering the ordering integers assignment that you did previously. So we'll look at those 10 problems and I'll give you some tips and tricks and you can check yourself and see how well you did. So number one, you had a list of things, the account balance of -3, the debt of $25, an account balance of -16, and then a debt of $45. And they want to know which is the worst financial condition. So I'm going to make sure that we have the appropriate signs for each of these. So my account balance of a -3 means that I owe the bank $3. Debt also means that I owe, so debt of 25 is really a -25. Account balance of -16, again, I owe the bank $16. And a debt of $45 means I also owe the bank $45. To make it a positive balance, I would have to say an account balance of $25 or $3 or $16. So account balance is what is in my account, negative meaning I owe, and debt also meaning I owe. Now we're going to put these numbers on a number line so we can make sure that we're visually identifying the worst financial condition, which would be the lowest number. I'm going to put a 0 over here and a 1 because that 1 will represent when I have money in my account. So when I have a -$45 in my account, that means I am this far away from having money in my account. I have a long way to go till I have money in my account. -25, I'm only $25, well, 26 away from having $1 in my account. Then -16 and -3. So with -3, I don't have as far to go before I have money. So it would be actually my best financial condition, and -45 would be my worst. All right. Let me erase this, and we'll go on to the next problem. Oops. So number 2. The temperature of 8 degrees, of -8 degrees, the temperature change of 9 degrees, temperature change of -3, and then a temperature change of 11 degrees. Okay, so they want to know what's the lowest temperature. I'm again going to put these on the number line. So -8, -3, there's a 0, and 9 and 11. So I can see the lowest temperature is -8, making this answer A. And next. Weight Loss Clinic measures the weight changes of 7 customers during 1 month. The information is recorded in the table. So it looks like Frank lost 7 pounds, Margaret lost 8 pounds, Benjamin, his change was a positive, so he actually gained 5, Henry gained 6, Walter lost 2, Lana lost 3, and Peter also gained 3. Which customer lost the most weight? Well, if my negatives are all saying that they are losses, then that means I am only looking at those that are negative. So when I put that on a number line, I have -7. Oops, -8 is actually farther away from 0, and that's Margaret. -7 is Frank. -3 would be Lana, and -2 would be Walter. There's my 0 and my 1. So the person that lost the most weight is the person that has the most negative numbers. So they're the farthest away from 0, and that would be Margaret. The answer is C. Number 7, the lowest daily temperature in Calgary, Canada during the last week of December are listed in the chart. I can see that on Monday they were 5 degrees below 0. Tuesday, 10 degrees below. That little negative sign is telling me below. And then Wednesday is 1. Thursday, 5 degrees above 0. Friday, 1 degree below 0. Saturday, 7 degrees below 0. And Sunday, 8 degrees below 0. So I'm going to draw this number line going up and down like a thermometer would go and say, here's the 0. Now let's put these on the number line. Let's start with, well, we have the 0, that's Wednesday. And then 5 would be Thursday. Friday is at a -1. Monday was at a -5. Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday, sorry about that, it's way down there, -7 for Saturday, -8 for Sunday, and then at the very bottom, -10 for Tuesday. Which day has the lowest temperature? That's what's great about a number line. I can visually see that the lowest temperature, the one that is farthest away from 0 going down below, would be Tuesday. So the answer is A. Number 5, Julie has begun a fitness program and is charting her weight loss each month. Her results so far are, well, in January, she lost 5 pounds because that negative sign indicates a loss. February, she lost 2 pounds. March, 7, April, 4, and May, 3. So again, I'll put those on my number line. The day that she lost, the month March, she lost 7. April, she lost, January, she lost 5. Then April, she lost 4. May is 3. February is 2. Okay, that's a March and a May. Okay, now I can visually see a good breakdown so I can answer the question. If you're not writing things out for your test, you need to do that. It will build your self-confidence if nothing else. In which 2 months did her weight change the least? Okay, so this month it changed a lot. It went down 7. Here it changed a lot. So the least would be February, and they wanted 2 months, May. Make sure you're checking your own work to see why did you miss it, not just that you missed it. Why are you making the mistake so you don't make it again? A nuclear submarine went 400 feet below the polar ice cap. So here's the polar ice cap. The submarine went below the polar ice cap. There's the submarine. That means it went 400 feet down. And then it went across the Atlantic Ocean at 150 feet below sea level. So here, now it's at 400 feet, but then when it traveled the Atlantic Ocean, it was actually higher than that. It might have been, here's my 400 feet. It's going up to negative 150, and that's where it went across the Atlantic. Which integer represents the submarine's depth in the Atlantic Ocean in feet? So the nuclear submarine went here, then it went across the Atlantic Ocean at here, below sea level. So the integer that represents its depth in feet in the Atlantic Ocean, that's what I was looking, not where it started in the polar ice cap, but in the Atlantic Ocean. So the answer is negative 150 because of that phrase right there. The visual will help you. People who write during their tests tend to get higher grades. Okay, Sam is on a rock climbing expedition in Majestic Valley. He camps on the valley floor, which is 130 feet below sea level. So he is in a valley, which might look like this. We've got hills and we've got valleys. Okay, and we know that that valley floor is actually below sea level. It's 130 feet, and the word below makes me put that negative sign. Each day he climbs the valley wall. On one day, he stops to take a break when he has climbed up 75 feet. So he climbed up 75 feet. What integer represents Sam's elevation compared to Sam's sea level? Now, this is getting you ready for what you're going to see next. Because if sea level is here, and this goes all the way down my number line to 130 feet, and then I go up just 75 feet, I should land at 55, because 130 negatives plus 75, because he went up 75, is actually a difference of 55. That's giving you a little taste of something you'll see before, so you can see how placing these things on the number line can help you know when you're actually subtracting and adding. If you didn't get that one, it's okay. It's a little tricky. You'll see more about that in upcoming lessons. And next. Read the partial list of plays that occurred during a football game. A scrimmage line is the starting position. Okay, so here is my starting position. We're going to call it 0. A negative 5 move from the scrimmage line would be over here. Negative 3 would be closer to the scrimmage line. Oh, sorry, it's not negative. It's positive. Would be there. Negative 8 is actually farther than negative 5. Here I'm 5 away. And here I'm 8 away. Here I'm 3 away. 1 yard from the scrimmage line that's positive is right there. Which indicates the greatest movement? Well, here I've moved 5 Here I've moved 1, and here I've moved 3, and here I've moved 8. So 8 is the farthest away, meaning the greatest movement. That's tricky because the word greatest, we're not looking for the greatest number, we're looking for the greatest movement. So the answer here would be C. I think you should be by now seeing how that number line can be helpful. At the very beginning, you might have been thinking, oh, I don't need that silly number line, but it really is helpful. Now, this problem's probably a pretty easy one for you. It's just saying, can I identify that point on the number line? So I know that these are each about 1 because there is to what would be 0, and there is to what would be a 1 towards the negative side, a 2 towards the negative side, a 3. So X is representing -4, and the answer is A. Last problem. A ship's anchor is 135 feet below the water. That's a good hint that it's a -135 we'll be dealing with. The position of the anchor is modeled on the number line. So here's the water surface at 0, and the anchor is what they are showing on the number line. And we know the anchor is here. So on the number line, we're really looking for what is the best point that represents 135 feet below the water surface. So where is -135? Well, I know that 135 falls between 200 and 100. This point, this line right here is exactly between those. So halfway between those would be 150. Don't forget it's negative. So now I have to determine, is A going to be 135 or B? The closer we get to that 0, the smaller amount of negative we have. So B is -135. That is all for this lesson over ordering integers. Make sure that you message your instructor if you need additional help with ordering integers. Thank you.